Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video ever. Today I am just taking you through a practice that I do at home a lot, and I really like this flow. It's more of a fusion flow, so it's like a little bit fast-paced, a little bit slow. A lot of strengthening postures, but it's going to be a lot of postures that you may have seen before, you've heard before, or are used to. So it's a really great flow, especially if you're like just starting out at a home practice. And also if you're really looking to build some strength, this might be a good baseline to start with and to see what it might take to kind of grow your practice at home. And the first thing I want to go over though is safety. If you ever at any point in time feel like you are in pain or you're just too tired, please stop the pose and go into child's pose if you need to, or just take a breath. Don't do the pose if you're in any pain. I'm not there to know what's actually going on in your body, which is why it's really also beneficial to go to classes. But I'm not there to know, no one else is there to know, so you really need to come out of the pose and then maybe assess that later and see what's going on. That's pretty much all I wanted to go over right now. You're going to sweat and you may need a block, so if you have one, grab one. I think you might need it a few times. If you don't have a block, it's totally fine. You don't really need props for this flow. But I don't really want to waste any more time, so let's get started and I hope you guys enjoy it. So we are going to start seated, letting our legs come out straight. Just taking one deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth, wiggling our toes, clenching our fists a little bit, just starting to get a feel for our bodies. So we're going to take our right foot towards the inside of our left leg as high up as you can. Bring that left leg a little bit out farther. Just take a nice deep breath in here. If you are feeling any tension right now, you can grab a pillow and put it right under your butt. So breathing in here, lengthening the spine, and exhaling, folding over the hip creases, maybe reaching those arms forward. Just feeling the stretch in our hamstrings for a moment. Maybe lowering a little bit more with each exhale. Tiptoeing the fingers forward. Try not to round the spine too much, just folding from the pelvis here. 2 more breaths, lowering with each exhale. And on your next breath in, come slowly up. Taking that left leg back in, the right leg out. Wiggling the toes a little bit, restoring some feeling. Bringing that left foot inside the right leg, taking the right leg out a little bit. Inhaling to lengthen the spine. And exhaling, folding over the hip creases. Beginning to feel our body here. Maybe this side is a little bit different. That's okay. Keep breathing. And on your next breath in, come up slowly. Taking that right leg back in, bringing out the left foot, wiggling the toes. Maybe moving the wrists a little. Crossing those legs, bring your feet into your chest. Slowly rock up to a tabletop pose, hands and knees. Maybe wiggling the hips a little bit, starting to feel your body here. Bring the knees a little bit wider than the hips, big toes together, sink your butt back, reaching the arms forward for a child's pose, lengthening that spine. If you feel tired at all, you can always come back to child's pose. It's a great restorative pose. Maybe tiptoeing the fingers a little bit over to your left side for a little side bend. Tiptoeing them back through center, reaching, and maybe side bending to your right, feeling that stretch outside your left side. Tiptoeing those fingers back through center, maybe bringing the hands in just a little bit, placing the hands shoulder distance apart, coming back up to a tabletop pose, hands and knees, bringing the hands a little bit farther forward, curling the toes under and lifting the hips up for a downward facing dog. Cycling the legs here, taking slight bends to the knees. Pushing through those back heels. Just warming up in your first down dog here, relaxing the neck. Keep breathing. And on your next breath in, take that left foot up to the sky, pushing through the here. And exhaling, start to bring the knee towards the center of the hands, taking that left ankle out towards the right wrist, setting the leg down, and folding over the leg for a pigeon pose. If you're feeling extra tight in pigeon and you cannot fold down, maybe grab a pillow, put it under your hip here. If you have a block, blocks also work very well for this pose. And just keep breathing, lengthening that spine, maybe lowering a bit more, feeling it in the outer thighs. Take 2 more breaths. And on your next breath in, walk those fingertips back up to your thigh, placing the hands on the ground, lifting the leg up, and bringing it back to a downward facing dog. Pushing through the heels here. Maybe turning the hands out a little, spreading the shoulder blades apart. On your next breath in, take that right foot up to the sky, pushing through the heel, spreading the toes. And exhale, bringing that knee towards the center of the hands, ankle to the left wrist, and letting that leg fall to the ground. Maybe folding over, maybe sitting up on a block. Whatever you choose here, you shouldn't have to be any pain, right? Keep breathing, focusing on lengthening the spine and bringing the chest forward, not just rounding the spine, bringing it forward to deepen that stretch. Take one more big breath in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth, tiptoeing those fingertips back up, picking up the leg, curling the back toes under, and bringing it back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling, rise to your toes, bend your knees, and on your exhale, slowly tiptoe towards the top of your mat until you can't go any further. Pushing those hands in the ground. Inhaling to lift the chest, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, folding in. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Press your palms. Exhaling, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding in. Breathe in, lifting halfway, drawing the shoulders back. Exhaling, empty and fold. Inhale, arms reach, palms press, look up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhaling, the arms reach, spreading those fingertips apart, reaching for the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to lift halfway. Exhaling, step your right foot back, lowering that knee. Inhaling, arms reach to the sky, palms press. Exhaling, bring those hands to the ground, stepping that left foot back to a plank pose, holding plank here. And on your exhale, bring yourself forward and down all the way to the ground. Arms come out at your sides, palms facing down. Inhaling, lift your chest, your legs, your arms for a locust pose. Squeezing those shoulder blades down. Exhaling, hands plant. Come up to a plank, hips back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg lifts. And on your exhale, step the right foot forward, lowering that back knee. Inhaling, the arms up, palms press. Exhaling, step that left foot to the top of the mat, folding forward. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling. Inhaling, the arms up to the sky. Exhaling, palms at heart. Tadasana. Inhaling, arms reach. And exhale, folding forward at the hip creases. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling, step your left foot back. Lower the back knee. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhaling, planting the hands, stepping back to a plank. Lowering all the way forward and down to the ground. Arms come at your sides, palms face down. Inhaling, lift your chest, your arms, your legs. Try to pull your thumbs together from the outside. One more deep breath here, really pushing up. And exhaling, bring the palms to the ground. Come up to a plank, into downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg up to the sky. Exhaling, step that left foot forward, lowering the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhaling, step that right foot forward, folding forward. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, reaching the palms up to the sky, or the fingertips pressing the palms. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling, plant your hands, step back to top of push-up. Taking one deep breath in here, pushing through the palms. Exhaling, forward and down all the way to the ground. Keep your hands at your sides here. Pull your elbows in. And on your inhale, lift your chest up, pushing. Cobra pose. One more deep breath in here. And exhale, release. Send the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center. One more of those. Inhale, reach. Exhaling, folding forward. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back to a plank or top of push-up. Deep breath in here. Exhale, lower all the way forward and down to the ground. Hands stay at your sides, hug those elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest up, cobra pose. Exhale, release, send the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to your toes. Bend your knees. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, bring the feet together. Bend your knees, sit back. Inhale, reach the arms forward for fierce pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms reach, bend your knees, sit back. Exhale, straighten your legs, folding in. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, pushing in plank, lowering halfway, forward and down, chaturanga. Inhaling, roll over the tops of your toes. Upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Same breath. Take your left foot forward, pivot the back foot flat. Inhaling, arms reach forward and up, warrior one. Maybe palms press. Exhaling, plant your hands, step back to a plank, lowering halfway. Inhaling to up dog. Exhale, hips up and back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, pivot your back foot flat. Inhaling, arms forward and up, warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a plank, lowering to chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here in down dog. Maybe cycling the legs, seeing how your body feels now that it's warmed up a little bit. You can also come to child's pose. Taking 3 more breaths here. And inhaling, rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling, folding in. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhaling, grab opposite elbows. Inhaling, lift up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Really pulling that right elbow. Inhaling up through center. Exhaling, side bend to your right. Inhaling back through center. Exhaling, arms release, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhaling, folding forward. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling, plant your hands, step back to a plank, lowering to chaturanga, taking 3 breaths in chaturanga here, halfway down. One more breath. And inhaling to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, squeeze up, pushing through those palms. Inhaling, left leg back up straight. Exhale, step the left foot forward, pivot that back foot flat. Inhale up and open to your right, warrior two. Grounding through that back heel. Taking one deep breath in here. And exhale, bring your left forearm to your left thigh, pushing down. Take your ribs, bring them up, turn them up. Inhaling, reach the right arm up and overhead for side angle. Arm can also come down to the ground or a block. One deep breath in here. And exhale back up to warrior two. Inhaling here. And exhale, straighten that front leg. Take your left hand onto your left thigh, push that thigh back, bring your right hip slightly forward, taking that left arm forward and down to the ground or a block. Inhaling the left arm up to the sky, straightening that front leg, triangle pose. Breathing here. And exhale, start to take a slight bend to that front knee. Shifting your weight forward, picking that back foot up. Inhale, lifting that leg up, reaching the right arm up to the sky, half moon. One deep breath in here. Exhaling that right hand to the ground, standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, step back to a plank. Staying in plank. Keep your hands right where they are, don't move them. Roll over to the side of your right foot. Inhaling back through center. Exhale, roll over to the left. Inhaling back through center, one more time. Exhale, roll over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, rolling over to the left. Inhaling through center. Deep breath in here. And on your exhale, lower to chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhaling, bring that right knee into your chest. Squeeze up, pushing through the palms. Inhale, right leg on straight. Exhaling, step that right foot forward, pivoting the back foot flat. Inhale up and open to your left, warrior two. One deep breath in here. And exhaling, bring that right forearm to your right thigh, pushing down, taking your ribs here, lifting them up. Inhaling the left arm up and overhead, side angle, extended side angle. Inhale here, and exhaling, come back up to warrior two, reaching those fingertips towards the opposite ends of the rooms. And exhaling, straighten that front leg, take your right hand to your right thigh, pushing the thigh back, bringing that left hip slightly forward. Inhale, the left arm up to the sky, right hand to the ground, triangle pose. And exhaling, take a slight bend to that front knee, picking the back foot up. Inhale up to half moon pose. Deep breath in here. Exhale, release. Hands come to the ground, standing splits. Exhaling, step back to a plank. Lower to chaturanga. 3 deep breaths in here. One more breath. Inhaling to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, rise to your toes, bend your knees, looking forward. Exhale, step or float forward to your seat. Bring those legs up to the sky. They can be bent or they can be high up. Doesn't matter, high boat pose. Exhale, slowly lower down, keeping the chest and feet elevated, maybe pushing through those heels. Inhaling the hands up overhead, reclined handstand. Exhaling, try to bring those legs back up straight, touching the toes. You can also do it with your legs bent. Inhaling the hands back up. Exhaling, touch your toes, straight the legs. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, touch those toes. This is a hard one. One more time. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, touch the toes. Inhaling back up. Exhale, lowering to the ground. One deep breath in through the nose. And sigh out the mouth. And when you're ready, rocking up to a plank. Lowering down to a forearm plank. Hands can be flat on the ground or they can be held together. Inhaling, lift that right leg up. Exhale, right knee to left upper arm, squeezing up. Inhaling the right leg back up. Exhaling, right knee to right upper arm, squeeze. Inhaling back up. Exhale, release the foot to the ground. Inhaling, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to right upper arm, squeeze. Inhaling, left leg back up. Exhaling, left knee to left upper arm, squeeze. Inhaling back up. Exhale, release. Bring the knees to the ground. A little wider than the hips. Sinking your butt back, reaching the arms forward. Coming into a child's pose. We have one more full flow sequence to go. So just try to catch your breath here. When you're ready, rocking up to a tabletop pose. Bringing the hands a little bit forward, curling the toes under and sending the hips back to down dog. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees, looking forward. Exhale, stepping or floating to the top of your mat. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhaling, bend your knees, drop the seat back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, keep sitting back, hands at heart center, right elbow outside of right leg, or left leg. Inhaling back up through center. Exhale, left elbow outside of right leg. Inhaling back up through center, reach the palms. Exhale, straighten your legs, folding in. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Clasp the hands together. Pull your fists down, lifting that chest up. One deep breath in here. Exhaling, fold over, keeping the clasp. Bringing those hands towards the front of the room as much as you can. One more deep breath in here. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, releasing the bind, planting the hands, stepping back to a plank. Lowering halfway. Inhaling to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring that left knee to the right upper arm. Extend the leg out straight. Pivot your right foot flat. Inhale, reach the right arm up, fallen triangle. Exhaling, plant the hand. Send the left foot back up to one-legged dog. Deep breath in here. And exhale, step the left foot forward, stay up on the ball of the right foot. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Bringing those fingertips towards the back of the room as much as you can. Exhale your hands at heart center. Keep your left foot where it is. Try to pivot your right foot out to the back of the mat. Exhaling, sit down. Goddess pose. Bring your arms to a cactus shape, or they can come out straight. Keep sitting those hips down. Deep breath in. And exhaling, pivoting that back foot forward again. Coming back up to a crescent lunge. Deep breath in here. Exhale, hands at heart center, right elbow outside of left thigh. Bringing that chest forward. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the right hand forward and down to the ground, lifting that right leg up. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. Exhaling, release the hand. Standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot back. Step the left foot back to a plank, lowering to chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog, lost my breath there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling that right leg up. Exhaling, step the right foot forward, stay up on the ball of the left foot. Inhale the arms up. Deep breath in here. Exhale, pivot that back foot, the toes to the back of the mat. Sit your butt down for goddess pose. Hands can come to heart center, to a cactus shape, or out straight. Keep sitting that butt down. And exhale, pivoting that back foot forward, coming up on the ball of it, inhaling the arms up, crescent pose. Exhaling, left elbow outside of right thigh. Inhale here. And exhale, bring that left hand forward, picking the back foot up. Inhale the right arm up, revolved half moon. Exhaling, right hand to the ground, lifting that back foot up. Deep breath in here. And on your exhale, step back to a plank, lowering halfway forward and down. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhaling, rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, float your feet to the outside of your hands. Pivot the toes outwards a little. Hands at heart center, yoga squat, maybe squeezing the knees and the elbows. Take a couple breaths here. And exhaling, pivoting those toes forward, straightening the legs, folding in. Inhaling to lift halfway. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, reach the arms up. Exhaling, hands at heart center. Take one big step back on your mat. Bring the feet together and sink down into a tiny squat. Heels lifted, butt on your heels. We're gonna try crow pose. Just remember to breathe here. And remember that it's more of a shift of your weight and not just trying to push yourself into the pose. You wanna shift your weight into it because you can push all day, but you're not gonna get anywhere. So bring your hands out in front of you as if you were about to do plank. Bring your knees as high up as you can on the outer arms. Rise those heels up. Bend your elbows as if you were in chaturanga and start to shift your weight forward, maybe picking one foot up, maybe picking both feet up. Coming up into a crow pose, maybe straightening those arms. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe tapping the toes, one toe, two toes. Deep breath in and exhale, release. Stepping back to a plank, lowering to chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Make this your easiest down dog here. We're all done with the hard stuff now. And inhale, rise to your toes. Exhaling, release the knees to the ground, coming to hands and knees, tabletop pose. Taking a few cat-cows here. Inhaling to lift the chest up, sinking the spine down. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Couple more cat-cows. One more. Pulling those shoulder blades back. Rounding the spine. Coming back to a neutral pose. Inhale the left arm up. And exhaling, weave through, bringing that right arm forward, sinking down into the shoulder blade. Maybe wiggling those right fingertips towards the left for a deeper pose. Inhaling back up through center, tabletop pose. Circling the hips. Coming back to a neutral. Inhaling the right hand up. Exhale, weaving through, bringing the left hand forward. Inhaling back up through center. And bringing your hands forward, sending the hips back to down dog. Inhaling, rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, stepping through all the way onto your back. Bring your feet in, heels right on by the butt. If you have a block, it would be really nice to have one here. If you don't, it's totally fine. Maybe grab a pillow if you have one, or like something block shaped. Otherwise, if you don't have one, it's totally good. So we're gonna come into a bridge pose, really easy pose here. So on your exhale, lower your lower back to the ground. Inhaling, lift your thighs, your butt, your ribs. Maybe wiggle those shoulder blades under, clasping the hands under. For a bridge pose. Pushing through the feet. Maybe engaging the glutes a little, but being careful not to thrust here. If you have a block, you can take that block and set it right under the pelvis here for a supportive bridge pose. Really nice and easy on the back. Just taking a few more breaths. And inhaling, if you have a block on you, lift that butt up. And exhaling, send it to the ground. Bring your feet together, taking the knees out wide for reclined bound angle. Just an easy pose here. And when you're ready, taking the legs out straight, arms at your sides. Relaxing your feet, your legs, your ribs, your chest. Relaxing the face. fingertips sinking into a Shavasana. When you're ready, bringing your knees up into your chest, and just giving yourself a nice big hug. Maybe rolling out the spine a little. Rolling off onto your favorite side, taking a couple breaths. And coming back up through to a seat when you're ready. And that's all for today. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope that this short little flow was helpful to someone today. And I'm looking forward to start incorporating some more, some slower flows, some strength building flows, a little bit of handstands. So keep a lookout. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.